Pepsi withdraws their sponsorship from Wireless Festival following the Kanye West headline. This is so bad in so many different levels. Let me break this down to you very, very carefully. This man has asked for forgiveness. This man has waited and done the patience. This man has put out quality music. And instead of saying, you know what, let's give this man a third opportunity at showing growth and consistency and recognizing that this man possibly will put out the album of the year. Because let's be truthful about this. Who's going to have a better stage performance than Kanye West? We can't name another person. Taylor Swift fans, drop in the comments and give me your thoughts. At the same time, Kanye does have the #1 album right now in the country, in the world. He has the whole world stopping, and he's on the top of it, literally proving why he should have this opportunity to headline a festival.
They said, I wonder if you still think the festival is going to take place, because what I can see likely happening is that another brand is going to see all the actual interest in the festival, and they're just going to jump in. However, and I've surveyed the comments, and I mean, is X in its current state a good indicator? I don't know. But populism now means that people are not on your side. If populism is about the people versus the elite, it's really celebrity that allows those who are part of the elite, who are wealthy, to evade a lot of accountability by kind of seemingly not representing the man, but not necessarily being part of the elite. They stand up for things. And I think in right-wing spaces, you see this manifested in how a lot of them are really like against wokeism and wokery, and against, like, ultimately, I think it's the idea of like free market. And I think in this world, it does seem, or it has seemed, like it means, does free speech equal a free market?
Major companies like Pepsi are now pulling out their sponsors from Wireless Festival after Ye was set to be the headliner. And the way things are not looking good for Ye's upcoming Wireless Festival performances happening in the summer, as major companies like Pepsi are now pulling their sponsorships. And the reason why this is a big deal is because this is where these festivals get majority of their money to operate. And with all of this now being confirmed, a lot of people are calling out Pepsi for being hypocritical, because they were the same people that ended up sponsoring a Chris Brown performance in 2011 at Summer Bash, and this was following the fact that he ended up getting charged for beating Rihanna. And for anybody that needs proof of this, as you can see right here, this was a photo of the 2011 concert that Chris Brown did, and as you can see right in the back, Pepsi was sponsoring it. Biggest question now is that with a company like Pepsi pulling out of Wireless Festival, would we possibly see Ye get replaced, and would this mean that we most likely won't get any other tours or shows from Ye in the future, because platforms and venues are not going to want to face their sponsors breaking away from them? Chatting about the entire situation, and for all Ye content and updates, make sure you guys follow.
This might be one of the craziest music controversies we've seen in 2026. Kanye West, one of the biggest artists in the world, is now at the center of a major storm surrounding Wireless Festival. And it's not just fans talking, we're talking sponsors pulling out, politicians speaking out, and even talks of a possible ban from the UK. That is not normal. Today we're breaking everything down, what happened, why people are mad, and whether this could actually end his performance. Before we even get into Kanye, let's talk how big this is. Wireless Festival is one of the biggest hip-hop and urban music festivals in Europe. It brings in massive crowds, global artists, millions in sponsorship. So when you headline this festival, you're not just performing, you're representing the culture. And Kanye was booked to headline all 3 nights. That is a huge deal. Now, this is where things start getting uncomfortable. Over the past few years, Kanye West has been involved in multiple controversies, from controversial statements to offensive symbolism to moments that had the entire internet divided. And whether you support him or not, you can't deny one thing. Every time Kanye speaks, the world reacts. Some fans say he's misunderstood. Others say he crossed the line multiple times. And that history is exactly why this festival situation is exploding right now. Let's watch for the reactions.
For me personally, Kanye West headlining Wireless is just proof that cancel culture really doesn't exist. Like, and dare I even say, like, I truly don't believe Nicki Minaj is cancelled. Like, I actually don't believe that. I just think she's not releasing music, and also her last album wasn't good. Like, Kanye West also had a couple of whack albums. I haven't listened to this new album. One song did come up on a playlist. Like, I heard the first bit. I was like, this production is sick. And then I was like, eyebrow raise, skip. Because I was like, this sounds like someone I know. And I skipped it. Because also good art does not mean I need to listen to it. There are many good artists that are terrible people. And obviously I understand that Kanye West demographic is very different to like Nicki Minaj demographic. This is as an ex-barb who now doesn't listen to Nicki, but I don't believe like DaBaby isn't cancelled. He's back. He was cancelled a second ago. He's not. Like, as an artist or as a person, when you have followers and clout and this and that and the other, you're not cancelled.
Kanye West has literally been an advocate for Donald Trump. This isn't nothing new. This isn't nothing that came out the blue. Kanye West has been endorsing Donald Trump since the very beginning, pretty much. He received a lot of backlash at the time when he first started supporting Donald Trump. And people are starting to realize that Kanye could be loud about Trump, religion, kids, and still manage to pack out an 80,000 person stadium. And the crazy part again is that the same people who went to see Kanye are the same people that come out every single week and violate and disrespect Nicki Minaj. If you guys remember, Jason Lee had a lot to say about Nicki Minaj and her support for Donald Trump. But he's seen out here supporting Kanye West, who got the same beliefs as Donald Trump and supported Trump 1,000 times harder than Nicki Minaj ever did. You also had Deion Cole, who took nasty jabs at Nicki Minaj this year. Last month, he took nasty jabs at Nicki Minaj over her support for Donald Trump. But this is the same man that was at the Kanye West concert talking about some yay off the chain? I'm confused. Are we not mad at they politics, or are y'all just talking about preference at this point? Y'all prefer Kanye West, so it's okay not to be mad at him, but y'all don't prefer Nicki Minaj, so y'all decide to violate and disrespect her. How does this work for real?
Kanye West released a new album on March 28th titled Bully. On that first day, in that first 24 hours, that album had 30.7 million streams worldwide. Yesterday, the Wireless Festival in London announced that Kanye West was going to headline for 3 days in July. This is the same man who made pro-NAZI music, who said that slavery was a choice, who's done a host of horrible things outside of the way that he talks about and treats women, especially his girlfriend, who he parades around on a near endless shame tour. This should be the final nail in the coffin for all conversations about what cancel culture is or is not, because cancel culture just isn't real. And this makes that so obvious. And it's not just that it isn't real for men, because people are right now watching the new Harry Potter series that's out as if J.K. Rowling hasn't been like the worst writer around for years now. There is no cancel culture. There is no real accountability culture. Every so often we pick a celebrity or two, or even sometimes some unfortunate soul with way too much airtime to degrade, to tear down, to hold accountable no matter the cost. And that becomes our example of cancel culture.
Yay. Kanye West, Kanye Omari West, all 3 days at Wireless this year. I will be there. I'm not gonna lie, having Kanye West perform in Finsbury Park, London, knowing that the biggest Jewish community in Europe lived 12 seconds away, is flipping hilarious to me, but that's not what we're talking about. Kanye all 3 days for me is a must-see. The thing is, what makes this even better is you actually don't know what you're gonna get. You've got 3 days. Kanye's catalog is so big, you don't know what he can dip and dive into. And then it's just Kanye. He might even decide one day that he's not even going to perform. He might just come there and start preaching. Regardless of whatever that man decides to do, I need to be there to witness it. Because either I'm going to feel the music in my soul, or I'm just going to end up laughing. Please, brother Ye, if you see this, we need to see the full catalog.
Let's talk about what's happening right now. Major sponsors started pulling out of Wireless Festival, and we're not talking small companies. These are big brands that bring in serious money. So when they leave, this affects the entire festival. And the reason being discussed, Kanye being the headliner. And this is where things go from entertainment to serious. Even political leaders in the UK are speaking out about this situation. When politics enters music like this, you know it's big. There are concerns about public reaction, safety, reputation of the event. And now the conversation has gone beyond music. It's about whether he should even be allowed to perform. Yes, people are actually talking about banning Kanye West from entering the UK. That's not just cancelling a show, that's cancelling an entire appearance. And in the UK, authorities can deny entry if someone is considered controversial enough. So now the big question is, will it actually happen?
Okay, so Sadiq Khan has called out Wireless Festival for booking Kanye to headline the festival for 3 days. And I'm reading this, and I cannot lie to you, Sadiq, you're going to have to sit this one out. And that's because I haven't purchased no ticket insurance for this event if it doesn't go ahead. And that's a risky move as it is. So I don't need no more people coming out saying it's controversial. We already know. But my 250 quid's gone. And I'm seeing Kanye that weekend, I don't care.
So earlier today, I saw somebody make a post on Twitter saying how Kanye has had 13 different times where his career should have been just over. And we quite literally haven't seen anything like this before when it comes to a person like that. And I couldn't agree more. And while people were giving their opinions and saying it's because of the music and all that, I think it goes to a deeper level, right? I think people are able to resonate with Kanye from a level that we've never seen before when it comes to just between a person of notoriety, of fame and status, right? And it's not saying like people idolize him or anything like that, but I think Kanye puts himself on the pedestal to just be human and show his flaws and that he's human just like anybody else. And it starts with the underdog story, being the underdog and being doubted and eventually being top dog to where everyone's, wants to be on the bandwagon. I think so many people in a common life are able to relate to that. The second thing is from an artistic, creative, visionary standpoint of where no matter if you work in art, music, fashion, you're constantly coming up with ideas and people might, turn your ideas away and saying it's not good or whatever the case is. And then years later, next thing you know, what happens? Your idea is, the thing that's popping, the thing that takes off.
Oh, so now everyone's a Kanye West fan. Okay, now everyone's a Kanye West fan. As soon as he comes to the UK, oh, Kanye on my story, Kanye this and that. Where are the real Kanye fans at, bro? When he was getting criticised for everything he said, everything he's doing, everything he said, who stuck by Kanye? I know it's not these people that are copping these tickets straight away. The real fans know where it's at. I can't lie, bro. This is gonna annoy me for the next couple months, man. All these fake Kanye fans, allow it, bro. Just admit you're just there for the hype, man. You're not there when push comes to shove.
Let's zoom out for a second. This situation is bigger than Kanye West. It's about cancel culture, accountability, redemption, and freedom of speech. Can someone come back after controversy? Or is one mistake enough to end everything? And I'm not gonna lie, this is where opinions get very divided. Scenario 1, he performs as planned. Scenario 2, more sponsors pull out. Scenario 3, festival changes lineup. And scenario 4, full ban. That's what could happen next. And any of this could happen fast. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Kanye West should still headline Wireless Festival? Yes or no? Comment down below. Let's have a real conversation. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because trust me, this story is not over.